Hello. Thanks for joining me again. Today we're going to be taking a look at these squeaky, percussive, metallic, squelchy things. And I'll just quickly play a little demo so you can hear what I'm talking about, and then we'll dive in. Okay, so the sorts of sounds that we're going to recreate is this type of thing. Also, using the same type of technique, you can get stuff like this. Okay, so this type of patch is sort of a very simple idea, but it can get quite complex depending on how you set it up. So let's start by getting a blank instance of Serum. And then you need something to generate some notes for you. So you can put them in yourself if you like. I'm just going to be lazy and use some just long notes. And then I'm going to get something to generate the MIDI for me. So you could use an arpeggiator and then like a total random velocity thing. But I quite like the results I get from Altar of Wisdom's autoplay, so I'm going to use that. I quickly set that up, so probably want notes all the time, 16ths all the time, and then velocity from nothing through to full, gate from nothing through to full, and then get it to loop for me something. So it'll kind of do the same thing over and over. And then sometimes I need to press this limit velocity from input. Let's just very quickly look at the velocity output we're going to get from this. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, there's like very little velocity coming out, so I just need to press that button. Now we're getting the full range of velocity. Perfect, so now that's set up, we won't need to do anything with that again. So, to start with, let's go to envelope 1. This patch relies on a kind of physical modeling type of idea, so exciting a very short delay with an impulse. So let's turn the sustain all the way down on envelope 1 and go for about 80 milliseconds of decay. So very short little impulses. And then let's go to the filter and go with a bandpass 24. Set it to maybe 100 hertz, something like this. And I'm just going to put a macro on there so I can control that. And then let's go over into the effects section and get delay. To set it up as a resonator, you're going to want to turn the BPM off, link it, and then let's pull this delay time value down. So the lower the value, the higher the pitch, the higher the value, the lower the pitch. Let's just quickly set this macro to 100% and just chuck velocity as the auxiliary source, just so it's going to kind of play that macro for us whilst we're doing other things. Okay, cool. So I've actually saved all the different notes in here. If you want these, I've put all of these in the free stuff for you channel on my Discord server, so by all means come and grab those. So we load that up, and now I'm just going to tweak it slightly, put the EQ 5000 hertz and check it all the way up. And so all this is doing is just shaving off a bit of the really low stuff, and then let's leave the rest of it alone. So yeah, now we have a kind of little metallic-y, plucky thing going on. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put another macro on the pitch. So I just want this to be unipolar, so go one way, and then perhaps around 60 semitones of modulation. Okay, so this technique with the delay, you can think of it a lot like FM. So imagine that this is our carrier and this is our modulator. So the frequency of the carrier doesn't really matter too much, so long as this is got enough feedback, because this is producing the pitch, and then the carrier is just controlling what spectra is present. Okay, so again, let's just set this macro up full, and for now, let's just have something like note on random controlling that, just so that it can kind of play it whilst we're doing the rest of the patch. Okay, already starting to sound quite interesting. Let's turn the unison all the way up and the detune all the way up. And let's go over to global, where we can set the range. So the different range amounts will give different results. So if you want more of a additive synthesis kind of vibe, more inharmonic thing going on, then set it to like 48 or, a high value, and you get this. Also, I like to set this to random so it's even more variation in sound. Yeah, it's a cool sound in its own right, but what I'm here for is this kind of more material-like effect that you get if you set it around about 3. I think that sounds really cool. Anyways, yeah, so that's whatever you want, and just so long as you're happy. And then we can use this detune knob now to kind of choose the texture. So we can have a slightly more upfront feeling if the detune's all the way down, and a more kind of splayed out type of thing if we turn it all the way up. So now, if we want to take this even further, I would have a macro for the feedback. Let's set the feedback all the way down, and then use this macro up to maybe like 95 or something, so we can get some control over how strongly it resonates. And then kind of the cherry on the cake, if you like, is to add in some FM. So I like to use the noise oscillator, and let's start with a triangle. And chuck that in the noise oscillator, level all the way down, key tracking on, and then let's either use the warp FM noise, or you can put noise oscillator on the coarse pitch, but for now let's just go with the FM noise and have a listen to what that does. Let's turn the random all the way up. Okay, this is giving that kind of slippery type of thing to it. We can play with the modulator pitch, turn it up. I'm also just going to try a ramp up. That tends to give a nice bubbly thing. And then also let's try ramp down. Okay, I think I prefer the ramp up. Okay, I think that sounds pretty cool. Okay, so that is the main idea behind this patch. You can do any number of different things to it and set it up in different ways, use different waveforms, etc, etc. But hopefully you can find a timbre that you like from this patch. I personally really enjoy these types of sounds. Anyhow, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Do come and join the Discord server as well. There's lots of guys in there. It's a great place for sharing feedback and just chatting about music production, things like that. But otherwise, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.